general population's hands will go back down there. But most climbers and paddlers, that just doesn't happen, so don't force it. We're then going to take this. So what I'm doing is just linking thumbs there. There's a good reason for this that you'll see in a second. I'm going to lift that over here, and I'm going to hold him. And what I'm going to do next is just check his pockets. Not for cash, but just that we're not going to do any damage there. The other thing that I'm going to do that's fairly obvious is I'm just going to do this. You okay with that a second? I'm going to put them out and away. Obviously, we want to put them somewhere where we're not going to walk on them at some stage, but we're going to put a hand in under there. What you can see I've done with linking thumbs, it's allowed me the palm of my hand to place under and around his ear and also around the back of his neck. What I'm then going to do is lift this up here. I'm going to put this in there, and I've got two options here. I'm going to show you two different things. The first one is relatively straightforward. I'm going to use his knee to lever the body over, protecting his neck, but what this isn't doing is protecting any spinal damage at the moment. So we're just going to bring him over gently. We're going to make sure that the axis, if you like, is right over so he doesn't fall back. And what I've done is protect his neck as I've gone over, and I can slide my hand out now. Again, minimal movement of the neck. I can come round to this side and I can ensure what we call the dribble position. So if in doubt, is he in a position, because you well know that if you have to do this for real, he's not going to be lying on a nice flat bit of ground. It's going to be somewhere pretty rough and horrible, which it will be later on for us when we try it. Have a look at the dribble position. If he dribbles, is it going to come out or is it going to go in? What we obviously want is for it to come out. Is that a good position for him? Great. So that's just about right. We're then going to ensure that this is well braced, and it might be that what we need to do is then get our rucksack or whatever, wedge it in under there, or a boulder or a log or something, and wedge it in just to ensure that he's not going to roll back. Because if he suddenly goes, which he could well do, even though he's unresponsive, he's not with us, but he could make that involuntary movement that's going to flip him onto his back and then compromise his airway again. So we're going to ensure that he's in a very stable position, he's in the dribble position, and then we can run away and go and get help and come back to him. He's perhaps lying under here. We think, hang on a minute, what's likely to have happened? Could he have come off the top of there? Has he fallen down a cliff? Is there a bike lying next to it? What's the method of injury? What's the likely cause? Do we suspect a spinal injury? Okay, well, we still need to go for the airway. We've still got to get him into the safe airway position, but we might want to protect his back as much as we physically can do. So we do the same thing. We get this arm up here. We get this leg up here. But what we do then is get in a little bit closer to him, our knees a little bit closer, we get our elbow on his leg, we get our hand around his back, and we do a similar thing where we're rolling and we shuffle. And we shuffle and we shuffle and we shuffle, and we keep shuffling very slowly, keeping his spine in line as much as possible. It's not possible to do it totally, but we keep his spine in line as much as possible to bring him over, to then support in the dribble position. And it might be, sorry about this, that we need some way of propping, but still in the dribble position. Great, still in the dribble position. We're then going to support him in just the way that we did before. Maybe a log, maybe a thing behind him, and he's there, okay? Two ways of doing that. Thank you.